Here you also have Easy Care Select Plus. It's our 6-in-1 benefit package, and what that's going to do is cover up some of these additional exposures, such as paintless dent repair. It's also going to take and deal with key replacement and cosmetic wheel repair. In the event you're going through a drive-through and do that really bad curbing of your wheels. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think everybody has. We're going to take and restore that to a like new finish for you. Yeah, right. And last but not least is windshield repair. If you ever get one of those chips, rock from a truck flips up, we're going to take and seal that for you before it spider webs out. And you have to replace that windshield. And last but not least is the VIN Edge. In the event your vehicle is stolen and unrecovered in 30 days, we're going to take and give you a check for $2,500 to do with what you will, but probably would be wise to take and invest that into a new vehicle, right? Yeah, not going to be walking, right? Any questions in regards to the benefits that I presented to you?
No.
Okay, great. Would you like your payment due on the 7th or 17th?
Yeah, that payment's way too high. I can't afford that.
Okay, I understand. I think what I'm hearing you say, Stan, is that you're a little bit uncomfortable with the monthly payment.
I'm a lot uncomfortable with that monthly payment.
Hey, I understand. I have a budget too. One thing I did want to just kind of reiterate here, are you familiar with what's called a staggered warranty?
No, what's that?
Okay, well what this is, as you can tell, it's kind of staggered stepped, where it slowly but surely removes coverages from you. You have your adjustment period, your comprehensive, where all those electronics and technology pieces are covered, and then just powertrain only. Have you ever thought why Ford would take and draw that line in the sand at 3 years, 36,000 miles for all those electronics?
Probably figure that nothing's going to happen to it during that time.
Yeah, absolutely. They understand that right after that point, the likelihood of a failure significantly increases. And it's kind of the same story here with the powertrain coverage. After 60,000 miles or 5 years, it's probably going to, the likelihood rather, is probably going to significantly increase as to whether or not a mechanical breakdown is going to happen with the vehicle. And so what we're able to do with just this vehicle service contract is take and utilize all this coverage that Ford is giving you and take and wrap that out to protect you for the full 60 months.
That's just still too expensive.
It's just still too high. Okay, I understand. I'm on a budget too, and I, like you, want to make sure that I protect that budget. One option we do have is right now, Stan, you are taking and putting no money down. And you would agree that there's a direct correlation in between initial investment and your monthly investment, right?
Yeah.
In other words, the more money you put down, the lower your monthly payment is going to be. And since your initial investment here is only well, $0, of course, it's going to be that $11.55. However, most banks do require a 20% investment, which would, of course, drastically lower your monthly payment for you. And I understand $11,000 is probably a lot, right?
Yeah.
You and me both. So right here, I mean, we do have a couple of other options. Is there any potential for you to take and put something like that down?
I really, I'm pretty strapped. With the babies come in, I got to go redesign the house and do a nursery now that's going to fit 3.
Yeah.
I got to keep all my money in my pockets.
Absolutely.
Man.
You're probably going to have to take and make a custom baby stroller or something like that, right? Haul around 3 babies. Well, one option we do have, it says 60 months. We can take and just potentially extend your term for just 6 short months and lower your payment. Probably by a factor of $35 or something like that at your current interest rate. Is that something you're willing to consider?
It helps a bit, but I don't want to have to be thinking about 5.5 years of loan.
That extra 6 months just kind of breaks the deal for you.
Yeah.
Okay, look, no problem. Just kind of running through some ideas with you. One thing I just want to run by you. Tell me good idea, bad idea. Right here is the thing that we call a fixed versus variable payment. Now, Stan, I did look on your credit bureau, and it looks like you do have a mortgage. Just quick question: did you go with a fixed rate or a variable rate?
I went with the fixed.
You went with the fixed. Any particular reason why you did that?
Oh, I didn't want any fluctuations.
Right, you wanted to protect that budget, right, from any unexpected changes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the perceived benefit of this this variable payment right here is that initially, Stan, it does seem lower. I understand, but one of the big negatives here is that you assume all the risk of owning your vehicle. Now, this fixed payment that the fully protected one that I'm suggesting, I get it. Hey, man, it looks higher. But the extreme benefit here is that there is little to no risk assumed by you. There's an insurance company that'll step in on your behalf and pay for things. And let's be honest, that insurance company probably has more money than you and I could buy, right?
Gotcha.
So let's just say, for example, here, based on how you drive, you're probably going to have your first oil change in about 3 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you priced out an oil change on your truck?
No, it's pretty cheap.
Stab in the dark would be
$60,
with the tire rotation.
$80.
Do keep in mind that you have to take and do this probably roughly 15 times over the course of ownership if you do keep this vehicle for 5 years, like you told me.
Mm-hmm.
So while initially, hey, I do see that, you know, if you were to take and pay for your oil changes by themselves, it does appear to be a little bit cheaper. But let's say you're driving down the road and you hit a pothole, man. I don't know about you, but it seems like every road in the Charlotte metro area is under construction right now, right?
I'm talking to you about construction, man. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's right through my commute too. I understand. Have you ever priced out a rim on one of these trucks?
No, this one has 20-inch rims, I believe.
Yeah, and then the big alloys too with the low profiles. It's real nice. Just to go ahead and let you know, we do take and replace those all the time. We'd be more than happy to show you an RO for that. You'd probably be looking at just at $1,000. What would your monthly payment be then?
Oh, the mortgage payment.
Yeah, right. You know what it would be over here with the fixed payment?
$54.
Just $11.54. There's no deductible, tire, wheel, road hazard. So let's say you fast forward 28 months. Based on how you drive, you're probably going to be out of manufacturer warranty. And you go out to your car and you take it, you go to start it, and that's all you hear. What's the first thing you're going to do?
Call up the number for them to help me out.
Yeah, freak out a little bit. Yeah, rely on your roadside assistance. It's really great stuff. Since you are within that, you can take and use that to your advantage. Have it towed into the dealership, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna go and look at it. That guy with the clipboard's gonna come out and he's gonna rack those papers and he says, "Stan, I got great news and I got some bad news. Which one do you want to hear first?"
Yeah, with the good news.
The good news is that we have the parts in stock and we can start on work today. The bad news is that it's your electronic control module, your ECM, and that's going to be about $2,800. What would your monthly payment be then? Because let's be honest, Ford Motor Credit doesn't carry either way. You're going to be looking at a pretty substantial payment, right? Do you know what it would be over here on the fixed side?
$54.
Plus $100 deductible. So Stan, can you see why so many of my my customers take advantage of that fixed payment?
Yeah, I do.
Can we go ahead and take advantage, set that up for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome. Just need your okay right here. Great choice. Fantastic. My cheat sheet for you guys. It's a small process, right? This right here is just a final copy right here. I did write all over the back of this, and just want a clean copy. I'm going to let you know what coverages you are accepting and which ones you are declining here. And it looks like you are taking the fully protected payment here, which I do think is a very wise choice. Just need your okay right here, and I'm going to take and print up your documentation here. I really wish my dealership would put my printer on the desk. I hate bending over to get all these things. So here what we have is your retail installment contract, and here you go. Feel free to take a look over this, and whenever you want, I can take and go over that for you and answer any questions, comments, concerns you may have in regards to that.
Well, that's good, but I don't know what I'm looking at, so you want to explain that to me?
Well, you're looking at the world's longest sheet of paper. I'm just going to take and go over this line by line for you. What we have right here is your buyer information. It looks like you do not have a co-buyer today. This right here is the seller information, us here at Easy Care Motors. Looks like you are purchasing this vehicle right here. This is the VIN. The reason why it's listed NA right here is because this is for personal use, correct?
Correct.
That's great. Right here is your truth in lending disclosure. You do have an annual percentage rate of 5.75. This right here would be the total finance charge given you take this loan through the full fruition. You pay all the monthly payments at the minimum balance. This right here is the total amount financed. If you take this finance charge and add it to the amount you finance, this will be the total of the payments if you make all the minimum payments. This right here is the total sale price, giving any rebates or down payment. You do have 84 payments of $1175.14, and the first payment is on March 25th, 2017. Okay, and you do have a late charge in the event you're 7 days or more late on your payment. There will be a 5% late charge on these. This right here is an itemization of the purchase you have today. This is the cash price of your vehicle. This is the number breakdown for your trade-in, any rebates, and it does account for any cash down. This is the unpaid balance of your loan. This right here is for any of the options that you did take advantage of, your vehicle service contract, GAP, etc. And also all of your fees for taxes and plates. This is also the additional GAP insurance, your maintenance program stuff. What's important to take and note here is that this bottom line, line 5, is the exact same as what we have here as the amount financed. So a little bit further down here, we do have right here a okay for your optional GAP contract. That's covered you for the 484 months. And then here at the bottom, we do have some additional disclosures. There is no cooling off period on this vehicle. You are buying it today. Right here, no changes can be made on this contract unless done so in writing. And last but not least, by signing here, you agree to the terms of this contract, and they are legally binding.